Hello everyone from Ali at 11th House Wales, and welcome to a weekly appointment. So today we're going to talk about our thoughts, and you might have heard things such as you're not your thoughts, stop believing in your thoughts, and you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? And you might have heard that from me as well. And what does it mean when someone says to you, you're not your thoughts? You know, you might think, well, my mind is thinking the thoughts, and that is a part of me, so why am I not the thoughts? It is sometimes difficult to remember that your mind is a tool for you. You're bigger than your mind. You use your mind, so your thoughts are there for you to use them. They are there to be useful to you, to serve you, and not the other way around. And you might be thinking, well, you're teaching me to suck eggs. I know all that, and of course you do, but in the heat of it, sometimes it is easy to forget because the thoughts can get big, they can get scary, they can get very, very intense. And we do have this tendency to think more along negative lines than positive lines. So then what happens is that, you know, we start catastrophizing, we start generalizing, we start shoulding and musting ourselves. We've got this black and white kind of thinking. And that doesn't really help us. That is when we feel that we're not in control anymore. That is when we feel that we are being besieged by the thoughts. And like I said, it's very easy to know this rationally. Probably, you know, yeah, of course, I'm not my thoughts, you know, I'm the one thinking the thoughts. My mind is thinking the thoughts. But when we are in that situation with these big, negative, scary thoughts, then, you know, they can really make us feel that we're not in the driving seat anymore, and we're being hijacked, and our life is being hijacked. Definitely our emotions as well. So I want to give you a way to easily visualize and easily feel and really know inside yourselves and remind yourselves when you want to that you're not the thoughts. And you can actually just observe the thoughts coming and going as they do, because they are phenomena of the mind. And if you don't follow them, if you leave them alone, they will just naturally enter your mind. They might stay there a little bit. They might even change shape and transform themselves and then leave. And it's this natural flow that we can choose to get involved with if we want to. Or we can choose to just let it go and just observe the thoughts as they do in the normal thing, the normal routine of coming and going. So I'd like you to, if you'd like to try this with me now, I'd like you to close your eyes because this will help you. And I'd like you to imagine that you are in, really make this your favorite place, somewhere where you feel safe, protected, secure, somewhere beautiful. But what I'd like you to put in is somewhere for you to sit, like a bench, some lovely green nature, grass around you. And most importantly, I'd like you to put in a little stream in front of you. And I'd like you to put in some big, beautiful, mature trees on the two banks of the stream. Now, before we start doing anything, just take a few moments to enjoy that and involve all of your senses. If you think, oh, I struggle a bit to see things in my mind's eye, never mind, put in the sounds. So you can, if you do this easily, you can just look around and notice the details. Notice the trees, the colors, the flowers. There might be a path. There might be other benches. There might be people if you want people to be there. If not, this is your mind, so you decide. You could be there on your own. And then put in the sounds. Bird song, there in the trees rustling, chirping. You might hear the odd squirrel jumping about in the branches, rustling as well. Voices if there are people. And of course you will hear the sound of water, which is so relaxing. The little stream playing and splashing and babbling away. And why not put in some smells as well? Smell of grass, smell of flowers. And you might be feeling a gentle breeze on your skin, on your arms, your hands, and your face, playing with your hair. And the warmth of the sun. Lovely, gentle warmth of the sun on your skin as well. And as you are sitting there, I'd like you to imagine that every now and then a leaf falls down from one of the trees, from one of the branches, and it gently dances downwards towards the stream, and it twirls down and it touches the surface, and as it does, just bobs up and down, and it gets playfully, gently carried away by the current. And because you're sitting there on your bench, you can follow that leaf's journey and you can watch it floating downstream all the way down until it is out of sight, and then another leaf falls, and again it twirls down, touches the surface, and it gets carried away out of sight again. So what I'd like you to do now is have a look inside your mind and just see what is there. You might find a few different thoughts. Just see what is there, what is going on right now in your mind. And I'd like you to pick one thought which is there right now. And as you do, I'd like you to imagine that you could take it out of your mind and just turn it around in your hand in front of you and just observe it. Just look at all the facets of it. And I'd like you to put a label on it. What is this thought? It could be a memory. It could be worrying. It could be planning. It could be savoring something. It could be enjoyment. It could be dread. It could be anxiety. Whatever it is, just put this label on it. And I'd like you to imagine that you could now put it on one of those falling leaves. And you could put it there in the form of words, a sentence, a symbol, whatever you want to put there, an image. And watch it twirl down on the leaf towards the water. When it touches the water, off it goes, and it bobs up and down and up and down, and it gets carried away out to sea, all the way until it's out of sight. Good job. I'd like you to pick another one now and do exactly the same thing. Take it out of your mind, take a good look at it, and decide what it is and put a label on it. And then put it on one of those leaves and watch it dance down towards the surface and touch the water and get carried away and float away all the way out of sight. Well done, lovely job. Now you might find that as you keep on doing this, some of these thoughts will keep coming back. And you might keep finding them in your mind over and over, which is absolutely fine, because what we are doing is not pushing the thoughts away. We're not doing that. We're not trying to get rid of the thoughts. We're just watching the thoughts. This is an exercise in observing your thoughts and just noticing how they can come and go. And once you see them off, they might come back again, which is absolutely natural. It's what your mind does. So when they do, you just put them on a different leaf and watch them float away again. And if at any point you notice that you get just carried away, you start following the thoughts or just getting lost in a daydream, that is also something that the mind does. And that is something that you can put on a leaf. Daydreaming. Put it there, watch it twirl down, touch the surface, get carried away. It might come back. You might even notice judgment. You might be judging the thoughts. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I shouldn't be thinking that, or something like that, or judging yourself even. That is also something that you can put on a leaf. Judgment. Put it on a leaf. Watch it twirl down. Pop up and down and up and down. Get carried away, out of sight. And you can just keep doing this until you've run out of thoughts. If you run out, you probably won't. But this is a useful, so you can open your eyes now if you were doing it with me. It is a useful visualization just for us to practice seeing and practice really feeling, really knowing inside that we are not the thoughts, that whenever we choose to, whenever we need to, want to, we can take that step back and just see them as they do their own thing. Come and go, come and go, come and go. And then we can be in the driving seat, because it is your mind, it is my mind. So we should have the choice. And I'm shoulding now. But we do have that choice of taking that step back, seeing the thoughts for what they are, which is not your identity, it's not you, something that you use, something which is a useful tool, which is there for you, and choose to either get involved if we want to, just let them go. So I really hope that this has been useful for you. I really hope that you will use this nice visualization, and I will see you here again next week. Until then, behave. Have a lovely, lovely week. Bye. Bye-bye.